I've had several people ask me what I thought about the Wes Watson gym situation, and I've held back responding to that because I've always felt like there was something more to this. I was hesitant to speak on it because even though I think the dude is a shitbag, he's been getting bullied, and he's been getting bullied by a bunch of guys that probably grew up getting bullied themselves. And so on a very real sense, I can understand the dude's frustration. I understand how and why he would be so enraged, man. At a certain point, when people are just constantly messing with you, you snap. But on that same token, when you ask for it, when you are a fraud, when everything about you is fake, then it's a catch-22. Nobody wants to be the ass end of everybody's joke, and this guy he's muled himself into this position. The reason why I'm speaking on it today is because there is a massive movement of this alpha male prototype, which is just simply an arrested development, a 14-year-old's mindset of what a man is. That's what Andrew Tate is. That's what Wes Watson is. That's really what any dude who refers to himself as an alpha male. These dudes they're all cut from the same cloth. They use their material possessions. They use these metrics that are impressive to loose women and lost boys. These things are vaulted up as the metrics of what a man is. And there's bully tactics. It's always bully tactics, from Andrew Tate calling his little subscribers and followers peasants and losers. Watson's just a penitentiary version of that. And so it's just a grift. It's a grift that is used to milk lost dudes to giving their money to hopefully attain the status or lifestyle. It's a bunch of lies. These guys are not selling anything that is tangible. They're selling you a dream. And when you're done breaking yourself, the dream is over. You have to wake up to reality. And the reality is very, very simple. Becoming a man takes time. Becoming a man takes a lot of suffering, a lot of scars. In modern society, young dudes want the scars without the fight. And that's not the way that this works. And so at first, earlier in my content, I had a lot of guys asking me, if I'm not going to listen to Rolo or the Red Pill nerds, then who do I listen to? And at the time, it was before all of the onion layers came off of these guys. Tate's base message of, owning your shit, making yourself formidable, make some money. Those are honorable things for a man to do. Wes Watson, same thing, a little bit more abrasive, but it's the same fundamental base foundational things that you do when you build, the things that you should learn as a young man. But our society is broken to the point to where so many people are searching for what they think a man is, and they find clowns like Wes Watson who do coward stuff and then try to pretend that they're heroes. Now, shout out to John Bravo. Out of everyone who is dealing with the tool, the douchebaggery that is Wes Watson's existence, John Bravo is the head of the spear here. Everyone gets what they do. They springboard off John Bravo's investigation and his reporting on what this dude's all about. And this morning he dropped some clips about the truth about how this guy ended up on all fours, and the truth about Wes Watson, what he truly is at his core. Now, again, if a man rolls up, puts his hands on me, and I'm in imminent danger, then I'm going to do everything that I need to do to neutralize that threat. But I'm not going to take any sort of joy in doing that. If it was a situation where I was forced to deal with that circumstance, it wouldn't be on the internet. I wouldn't post it on the internet, and I damn sure wouldn't position myself as some sort of badass because I had to do it, especially if and when I had to use a weapon to get this dude on the ground. You see, Wes wants to act like he's some tough guy. All of these prison stories and all of this, it's an act. That's all it is an act. He pretends to be something that he's not. He pretends to be the guys that beat his ass when he was in the penitentiary. And what he did, instead of showing how badass he was he used a weapon to get this guy. Now, I blame the dude himself for not reading the room, man. When a little punk like Wes Watson takes his belt off and positions himself that way, he's gonna hit you with it. There's no question he's gonna hit you with the belt. And so it's not shocking that that's what Wes did, but what's the coward move is the fact that all of his little punk ass homeboys jumped in and contributed to it to a various degree. All of them behind the cover of the other ones. 4 cowards going after a dude, and then one ultimate coward pretending like he did all the work. If Wes would have got up and gave the dude a fair one, if he would have went from the shoulders and just dealt with homie, then I would have gave him his stripes on that. But the fact that he hit dude with the belt and then kicked him and, booted him like he was going for the winning goal in the World Cup, this dude should be in the penitentiary again. That was beyond self-defense. And it's not a hater saying that, this stud alpha male, I'm hating on him because he's a real one. No, he's a real coward. And what he did was criminal. What his homeboys did, the little homie that hit him with the dumbbell, that dude, that's assault. All of those dudes that were complicit in that need to be charged. That dude needs to press charges and take everything that Wes Watson has, and he needs to put his whole ass in the penitentiary. Now, you young guys who follow this dude, you guys that are looking so desperately for someone to follow, what you need to do is you need to pay attention to these things. These dudes are always selling you this dream. They're showing you how dominant and alpha they are. They tell you these stories about, oh man, when I was in the penitentiary, I did this. When I was a kickboxing champion, I did this. These dudes are criminals. They're punk motherfuckers who fleece and use other people to elevate themselves. And they use what they buy with the money that they take from other people to show you how to live life. And they're not going to show you anything. They're not going to give you anything. The only thing they're going to do is take from you. I've been asked over and over again for the last 5 years, if we're not to listen to these guys, where do we go? Who do we listen to? I've given examples, Goggins, listen to Jocko. At one point I said, listen to Watson, listen to Tate. But what you need to do is you need to listen to yourself. You need to listen to this very real truth. There's no one who's going to show you how to be a man. You got to go out there and earn those stripes. But what you can do is you can get yourself in a community of men, a community that isn't contingent upon you paying an entry fee or a subscription fee. And that's exactly what I've created in my Gladiator school. Right now we're going through the Skool games, but eventually if we need to, we'll transition it over to where we can keep it free. And what I'm doing is building a community of men that hold one another accountable to do the 4 pillars of strength. Your physical, your spiritual, your relationships, and your financial. I don't have the way, but each one of us are strong in different ways. Each one of us are weak in different ways. And the way that we elevate ourselves is by handing a ladder to the dude that's below us while climbing our own. Join the Gladiator School. Stop wasting money on bullshit and stop listening to clowns like Wes Watson. Out.
We're all dead men. Sadly, we cannot choose how, but we can decide how we meet that end in order that we are remembered as men.